Hi Internet. Today I'm going to talk about my must list. I'm also going to talk about the book that I'm reading currently, which is about how to read a book. I know, it sounds really exciting. First I'm going to talk about a must list. A must list is a list of things that you must do. I got this idea from these guys. They call themselves the minimalists, and I'll put a link down in the doobly-doo. Kind of been interested in some of the thoughts and the ideas that the minimalists have put out there. I think they have some pretty good things to say just in terms of where your priorities are at. I think both of them have some pretty interesting stories in terms of they were very successful in corporate jobs. They were out there and they thought they had the keys to happiness, and they found out that they really didn't. And so they made some changes in their life, and they chose to do things a little bit differently. And one of the things that they chose to do was to actually reduce their amount of stuff. And not because it's evil or because they think that that lifestyle is wrong, but what they said is that that's not what was bringing them happiness. And what was bringing them happiness was helping people and living a simple life. And living a simple life allows them to do better things. And when I say that, it's basically how to make sure that you're focusing on the right things. One of the ways that they suggest to do this is actually by having a must list. And so I'm actually going to go through a couple of these. They have a good example on their website. I'm actually going to put mine up on my website as well. And so we've got, I must read every day and I must write every day. That's really important to me. I used to read a lot more and I used to write a lot more than I currently have been over the last few years. And so I want to get back to that because I really value that. And so I keep on telling myself, wow, I should read more and I should write more. I haven't been doing that, even though it's a should. And so therefore, instead I made it a must. It's something that I must do now. One of the things that goes along with reading every day, I actually have a must that I must read 50 books in a year. And we are all the way into August at this point. And I think I'm somewhere in the neighborhood of about 12, so I have a lot of reading that I need to do. So those two are going to work hand in hand. I must be a good person each day. That's an interesting one because it's not one of those things where I have to be good in terms of I need to let people walk all over me, but I need to be a good person in terms of my intent and the things that I do in my life. I must work on building lasting, meaningful relationships each day. I think that's a really strong one. And that one goes right hand in hand with I must let people know I appreciate them every day. I think we don't do that enough. I think we don't let people really let them know. They say, hey, thank you. I really appreciate what you did. It just made my day. By simply doing that, you may turn around and make that person's day. And they can walk away with a great feeling. So that's the must list. I'm going to post this up on my website at www.markvasco.com, so you'll be able to see exactly everything that's on this list. The list might change. The other thing is that I'm going to be making a larger version of this list and hang it somewhere prominent in the house, and so I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to take a minute to actually talk about the book that I'm reading right now. So I'm reading a book, and it's How to Read a Book. You would think that I learned how to do this a long time ago, and the answer is yes. But this is really about how to read books intelligently from the perspective of being able to get information out of that book, being able to learn from a book, and it's about basically what they term as unaided discovery. I really like the way that they phrase that. My experience is I've had more unaided discovery than I have aided discovery where someone's actually being in a teacher role for me. And so therefore, to me, it's important as I'm reading some of the other books that I have on my list to be able to read those in a thoughtful and intelligent way, to be able to get the information from those books. That's the overall goal, is so that I can actually be a better reader than just saying, okay, yeah, I read that book. What did I really take away from it? I also think that this is going to help make me a better writer. I believe that it will help make me a better writer. And the reason why is because as we read more and as we look at things more in depth, the way that we think about things becomes different, and the way that we start to formulate our ideas becomes different. And so therefore it may make me a better writer. So that's what I'm hoping for. So I gotta level up on my ability to get in there and actually take a look at books, read books, get information from them, and apply something with that information and do something with it. So questions for you. Must list. What's the number one thing that would be on your must list? How to read a book. Give me a book suggestion, whether it's fiction, nonfiction. All right. Thanks for watching.